warmly welcome you to Wanies Academy. All right, so in our chemistry class today, we'll be considering a new topic, and the topic we'll be looking at today is acids and bases. Acids and bases. So I have some objectives outlined for this class. So at the end of the class, the students should be able to 1. Define acids, 2. Define bases, and give the types of acids. All right, so I'll commence my class in earnest. I haven't stated the objectives for this class. Acids, so that's the first subtopic we'll be looking at in this class, acid. So now when we say an acid, what are we referring to? Now an acid can be defined as a substance that produces hydrogen ion as the only positive ion when dissolved in water. So we can define an acid as any substance that produces hydrogen ion as the only positive ion when dissolved in water. So that means any substance that I refer to as an acid must have at least one ionizable hydrogen ion. So typically, any substance that is referred to as an acid must have at least one ionizable hydrogen ion. As a matter of fact, the characteristic properties of acids in solutions are due to the presence of these hydrogen ions. Now let's illustrate that with an example. Now, we have an acid referred to as hydrochloric acid. So in solution, or when it's dissolved in water, or simply put, when it's in an aqueous solution, that is denoted as AQ. In the state, using the state symbol, we denote aqueous with AQ. So that is what that simply entails. So now hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. So in solution, that is aqueous. So remember we said an acid is any substance that produces hydrogen ion as the only positive ion when dissolved in water. So now hydrochloric acid in solution, in aqueous solution, will give us hydrogen ion, that is H+, as you can see here, that is H+. Then with the corresponding negative ion, which is chloride ion, Cl-. So simply put, an acid must have at least one ionizable hydrogen ion. So take note of that. That's why we define an acid as any substance that produces hydrogen ion as the only positive. So you can see the only positive ion here is this hydrogen ion. So the reason why we say an acid produces at least must have at least one ionizable hydrogen ion is because the characteristic property of an acid in solution is defined by the presence of these hydrogen ions, or the ability of the acids to produce hydrogen ions in solutions. All right, so I haven't defined an acid. Now let's quickly look at types of acids. Now typically we have two major types of acids. So acids are broadly classified into two major types. So we have what we call strong acids, and we also have what we call weak acids. So acids are broadly classified into two major types. So we have 1, strong acids. Strong acids we refer to as strong acids. Then 2, we have what we call weak acids. We have weak acids. So these are the two major classifications of acids. Now, when we say an acid is strong, what do we mean? Now, an acid is said to be strong if the acid ionizes completely in solution, right, to produce hydrogen ions and the corresponding negative ions. So that means an acid that shows complete ionization, that means it breaks or decomposes into ionic forms in solution completely. So an acid that ionizes completely in solution is called a strong acid. For example, H2SO4 tetraoxosulfuric acid, or what we call sulfuric acid, is an example of a strong acid. Hydrochloric acid is an example of a strong acid. Triazonitrate 5 acid, also called nitric acid, is an example of a strong acid. So all these are strong acids because they ionize completely in solution to release all the ions present in them. So they show complete ionization in aqueous solution. And in such acidic solutions, the concentration of hydrogen ions are usually very high. So the concentration of hydrogen in strong acid solutions are usually on the high side because the acids are completely ionized in solutions. Then we have what we call weak acids. Weak acids. Now, weak acids, these are acids that are partially ionized in solutions. So in other words, when they ionize, they are not fully ionized. So the ionization, they are breaking into ionic forms is partial. So such acids are called weak acids. Now, a typical example of a weak acid is ethanoic acid. Another example is triazosulfate 4 acid. That's another example of a weak acid. So take note of that. So weak acids are acids that are partially ionized in solution. So they don't show full ionization. What they show is weak ionization. Thus, in weak acid solutions, the concentration of hydrogen ions in such acid solution is low. It's not high. So when you compare it with that of strong acids. All right. So I won't explain acids and the types of acids. So let's go to bases. So when we say base, now what is a base? Now, which substance do we refer to as a base, or what are bases? Now, a base is a substance which will neutralize an acid to yield salt and water. So any substance that has the ability to neutralize an acid to yield or give salt and water only is referred to as a base. And there's a type of base we call an alkaline. So there's a type of base referred to as an alkaline. Now, an alkaline is a base that can dissolve in water. In other words, a soluble base is called an alkaline. Now, recall that we said a base is any substance that has the ability to neutralize an acid to yield salt and water only. And typically, there's a type of base called alkaline. Now, a soluble base, a base that can dissolve in water, is called an alkaline. So now let's have typical examples of bases. Now, our sodium hydroxide is an example of a base, NaOH. So sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So it's an example of a base. It's also an alkaline because it's a base that can dissolve in water. The other example is potassium hydroxide, KOH. So this is another example of a base. It's also an alkaline because it can dissolve in water. Then we also have what we call aqueous ammonia. Ammonia. So that's NH4OH. So NH4, aqueous ammonia. So NH4OH. So this is another example of a basic substance. I think all of this is clear. So all these are typical examples of bases. Remember we said a base is any substance that has the ability to neutralize an acid to yield salt and water only. So then we said there's a type of base we call an alkaline. So any base that can dissolve in water is rightly referred to as an alkaline. So take note of that. All right. So with that, we have come to the end of today's class. Right. Remember to click on the subscribe button, and also remember to share this with family and friends. Thanks for watching. See you in the next class.